What up, y'all? It's your boy Nick Nieto, aka Nick the Actor, aka Nick the Reactor, aka whatever the hell you want to call me today. Just go for it. For those you don't know, I recently just finished moving back down to LA. Currently couch surfing it up in the meantime while I'm looking for an actual apartment with a good roommate of mine. But I'll tell you what about calling names. The madness has already begun out here. Already pissing everybody off just by my presence out here. It's fucking hilarious. It's fun. It's fun. But it's crazy how these things work out because I knew today was Tom Friday, and I was like, man, what should I react to today? Sure enough, Dax featuring Tom MacDonald, Propaganda. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, because now that I'm back in the central madness that is Hollywood, Propaganda, it goes hand in hand. It's so funny the way shit works out, and y'all know nonetheless, I'm here for the bars from both these guys because I know they're gonna kill this. I've already heard them on the one song together. I believe it was Blame the Rappers or Dear Rappers. I think it was Blame the Rappers. And I've also heard them both on their own, and I know how legit both these guys are, both independent artists. I rock with them, alright? And now today, new song. This is Dax featuring Tom, Propaganda. I ain't got a bunch of shit to say, but I will say thank you guys so much for being so patient with me throughout this moving process. It's been hectic trying to move the gear. The videos are probably gonna look a little all over the place the next few weeks. I've got some that I recorded back in Bakersfield when I was living out there, and then some with this new temporary setup, but hopefully to you guys, it won't look that different. To me, way different right now. To you guys, hopefully more or less it's the same, and I appreciate y'all's patience as I'm kind of getting used to this damn city and the people of Hollywood. But today, we're talking about Propaganda. It seems like it goes right hand in hand with Brainwashed. I love the fact that it's back to back like this, and I'm not gonna waste a bunch of time. I'm excited to hear what these two gentlemen have to say. Hope you guys are doing well though, and thank you for choosing to watch this one with me. I do appreciate it. And of course, as you always know, my channel, my rules, so if I'm pausing, don't go and bitch about me pausing too much. If it's a problem, I'm so sorry. Fuck off the channel, dog. I'm here for the song. I'm gonna break it down as much as I can, when I want to the extent that I want to. My channel, my rules. Love y'all. Let's do it, man. Propaganda. Dax, Tom MacDonald. I already have a feeling what it's gonna be about. Pretty straightforward. Let's do it. Our truth isn't always the reality.
Hey, Daryl. You good, bro? You ain't picking up calls, dog. What's wrong, man? Daryl, you good?
Uh-oh.
Hey. Hey, Daryl.
Damn. Ooh, Lex Snore with the beat, boy. Dude, sick. Damn. That's a powerful scene right there. I know he hasn't even really started rapping or anything, but just that picture of that going straight from the TV to him and him just locked in. All I'm gonna say, as somebody who works in the entertainment industry for a living too, they're very good at what they do. It's terrifying, but they're very good at what they do. Lex Snore, baby. Always, always dope.
And all I see is propaganda.
Okay.
Propaganda.
Alright.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
I see you, Dad. Sing it, boy.
Propaganda.
Oh.
And all I see is propaganda.
Oh. Get up there, son.
Propaganda. Yeah. United we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. Independent, how we dead in the game.
Whoa, 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 whoa. United we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they're dropping the ball. They dropped the ball, and they dropped the ball maybe since New Year's Eve, or maybe just starting, either way, that's a play on words for sure about dropping the ball. I like that. I like this. Hold on. Sweating already. Come on.
Propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
Boy, sing it, Dad.
Propaganda. Yeah. United we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. Independent, how we dead in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause. Hidden truth, dotted lines.
Oh, I love that right there, dude. I love that. he said independent, we're denting the game. And then I think he said denting the game, which is true. They are putting a move on the whole music industry, the rap game, everything. But I love that notion of we don't write to the sound of applause. I think that's what he said. We're not writing stuff for the echo chamber to amplify. We're not writing shit just to get the cheap applause and shit. Like, off-topic example, I was watching a video the other day, I believe it was Bill Maher, and I think they had Coleon Noir talking about some different gun stuff and just kind of explaining common sense things. But because they filmed that in Hollywood, the audience just sits there and cheers. It happens on all these shows. It's so one-sided, and they make the audience so one-sided because they hold up the applause sign, and it's also just an echo chamber of people. It's not a diverse enough group of people to properly represent the actual feedback of everybody. But I love that notion, though. It hits me just from thinking about that the other day, about how they're not doing it for the sound of the applause. They know they could rap about wokeness and shit like that and get cheap applause like everybody else. They're talking about some real shit that there is still an audience for, and they may not be the loudest simply because they're not the ones in those mediums and can provide the straight up media propaganda or the big propaganda, but there's definitely an audience there nonetheless. So they have an audience, but they're not doing it just for the applause. At least not the applause that would be audibly heard, I suppose, if that makes sense. But I like that bar. That rings very, very personal to me.
Independent, how we dead in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause. And in truth, dotted lines ain't never signed, stood and remain the boss. In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken.
I want to hear that again.
And how we dead in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause. And in truth, dotted lines ain't never signed, stood and remain the boss. In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken. I am the product of pain, so when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that is open.
Dude, it's so hard to catch some of the stuff he's saying. Not necessarily his fault. It's just, there's so much going on. Damn, son.
Full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken.
He said, worthless bitch, you get nailed to a cross. Maybe I think that's what he said.
In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken. I am the product of pain, so when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that is already broken. Every wound.
No pain could break down a brain that is already broken. Ooh, man, he's so poetic with the shit he says. I love it. I love it, and he's so slick too.
I am the product of pain, so when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that is already broken. Every wound is a paid devotion. They fill words as I purge emotion. Scabs hair as I drop hits that.
Filled words and I purge emotion. God, see, him and Tom, I already know Tom hasn't even gotten on the track yet, but they're so good at drawing that imagery and still making it sound so fucking dope. God, you gotta respect that, man. God. Oh, it's been too long, Dax. It's been too long.
Ain't no fame could never break down a brain that is already broken. Every wound is a paid devotion. They fill words as I purge emotion. Scabs hair as I drop hits that bleed light from demonic omens. The system decides we spend and we buy, while most of our time is spent in bed. The dreams we have.
See, once he starts wild and everybody brings out their phones and shit and starts recording.
Omens, the system decides we spend and we buy, while most of our time is spent in bed. The dreams we have all stay inside. We sleep and wake and live with regret. The price of life is half the cost. The price of fame could cost your head. If infamy is what you seek and propaganda is what you see.
Hold on. So good, that whole scheme. It's pretty much pointing out how, you know, the propaganda is feeding you all this while you stay in your bed. Like, you're not getting anything done. You're buying things, you're seeing things, you're sharing things, but you're not actually getting anything done. And all those dreams just stay there. You don't get the opportunity because you're so caught up in the propaganda that it's stopping you from doing that. And I think he said the price of fame can cost you your head or something. I rock with it.
And if infamy is what you seek and propaganda is what you see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
I like the hook.
Propaganda.
News you can trust. Suspicious crashes, no one knows why.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Indoctrinated. They convince us all that every.
Hold on with the flow switch, Tom. Oh, Tom said, I'm here. Hold on. Let me break it down for you.
Indoctrinated. They convince us all that everything we say is racist. The blood will change it. That's what happens. Y'all need balance. Y'all need blacks and whites and lefts and rights to stop the madness. They planned it.
You've heard him say it several times, and people keep saying he's saying the same shit over and over again, but you need to listen. Some of this takes repetition to break the brainwashing, because that's all that is. It's repeating the same exact bullshit thoughts and propaganda. So sometimes you are going to have to hear it a time or two. It might need to be said a time or two. It needs to be possibly, it needs to. People need to hear it over and over again for it to sink in sometimes. Maybe not you. Maybe you hear it once and you're like, dude, I'm good, and good for you. Some people out there need to hear this shit and need to hear it broken down in different ways to break them from that bullshit and that brainwashing and that propaganda that's just constantly, they just let it in without a filter. They just let it in and assume, again, news you could trust. It's ridiculous. And again, you need that whole left and right to do that. Like, it's so damn orchestrated. And not even saying, like, conspiracy-wise, they're taking that and they're running with it like a storyline. Again, as somebody who works in entertainment, it's like reality TV nowadays. I've been a part of reality TV stuff, and I've been there when they take the smallest thing and they'll blow it up. They're like, ooh, let's run on it. And I swear to God, it's like these news networks are getting run by reality TV people now, because they see the smallest little angle, whether it's truthful, whether it's real or not. They're going to take it and run with it. Ooh, that's gold. The network's going to love this. It's going to get so many clicks and hits and views, they're going to run with it. Now it's gone straight to news, where there's no balance there anymore. There's no level of honesty with most of it anymore. They're just doing it the same way because they know attention. Attention sells. Get the attention, get the attention, get the attention, no matter what. It's a dangerous slope, man. And it's causing everybody to divide, and it's fucking stupid.
That everything we say is racist, then blood will change it. That's what happens. Y'all need balance. Y'all need blacks and whites and lefts and rights to stop the madness.
Yep.
They planned it.
Y'all need those two. I think he was talking about you need those different things in order to stop it. You can't be divided and push each other out of it and just be focused on that. You got to have all the pieces. If you're going to do this, you got to have all the pieces working together. There's no other option.
Stop the madness. They planned it. It's Trump or Biden, we all been divided by it in the streets. Elections always been rigged. I ain't surprised when somebody cheats. All I see is pentagrams of the propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine. It ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheep are fast asleep.
Hold on. Well, that was a bar.
Of the propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine. It ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheep are fast asleep.
It ain't hard for folks to find the flock when... Oh my God, hold on, that was dope.
Divided by it in the streets. Elections always been rigged. I ain't surprised when somebody cheats. All I see is pentagrams of the propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine. It ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheep are fast asleep.
It ain't hard for wolves to find the flock when sheep are fast asleep. Whew, that's a bar and a half, and it's true. Easy to attack the prey when they're sleeping, and they're...
It ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheep are fast asleep. Too many people lack character. Too many journalists scaring you. Too many pencils attempting to rewrite the Constitution. They probably gonna tear it up.
It only takes a little bit of pencil whipping for it to be adding, clarifying, changing, to just straight up ripping the son of a bitch up. Oh no, they're not doing that. They're not rewriting. Propaganda.
I love the country, but I don't trust the people.
Oh, hold on.
Journalists scaring you. Too many pencils attempting to rewrite the Constitution. They probably gonna tear it up. I love the country, but I don't trust the people taking care of us. We went to bed with the American dream. We woke up in Nightmerica.
Did he just say Nightmerica?
Tear it up. I love the country, but I don't trust the people taking care of us. We went to bed with the American dream. We woke up in Nightmerica.
We went to bed with the American dream. We woke up in Nightmerica. That's something deep right there. That's something deep. Damn.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
So good.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
Dope video too. Wow. I honestly didn't know what to expect for this one, y'all. I didn't know what to expect, like a bar heavy, crazy off the wall, them ripping a damn track and beat. That was a really cool balance. That was like a very genuine angle they took, but they also just had some really powerful bars, which I always love seeing. I think that you have to have that power behind the bars. As much as it's fun to have the tracks that are just punchlines and fun and goofiness, or even seriousness and just simple punchlines, the ones that are powerful, that are making a social statement, too rare nowadays. And again, these guys got guts, they got balls for putting it out there, but I also know that they're just real motherfuckers, so they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Stuff like this, y'all know, as somebody who's in the entertainment industry and understand what it's like going against the grain of the norm in an industry, as they are with music, as they are with all society as well, I rock with it to a level I can't even put into words. Y'all need to put me in a motherfucking music video. That's what y'all need to do. On a serious note though, all jokes aside, it's important shit. You have to have those people like that that are willing to do that, put themselves out there knowing there's going to be blowback, and by this point they're immune to it. And I'm sure Dax, I got to give him credit for putting Tom on his stuff, knowing how controversial Tom always is. And I know Dax is controversial in his own right too. But for two super house, superpower artists to come together to make a dope track talking about some important shit that also sounded really fucking good, you got my respect all day long. I have nothing to complain about that video. I thought it was dope. And hats off to both you guys, Dax, Tom. Y'all know y'all are real ones. I respect y'all and appreciate y'all for keeping it real always, and also just making some amazing music in the process. Y'all know y'all are dope. Nobody needs to sit here and say it on these reaction videos. I know you're not banking on the comments that are gonna hurt you if somebody complains about some of the shit you said. Respect. And you already know y'all are fucking dope at what y'all do, and you'll have a lot of people's respect, and y'all are opening a lot of eyes, so keep it up. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's all I got to say. That's it. That's it. That's all I got to say on this one. This one's pretty straightforward. They gave you the message. Hopefully you listen. I know I listened, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys so much again for all the patience throughout this moving process as I'm back here in the land of fucking crazies. I hope you guys are doing well. I do appreciate every single one of you for taking the time to watch this video with me, whether you saw the video or not yet. I hope you either watched something new or maybe just enjoyed hearing my perspective on it. But that being said, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day, good week, good month, good whatever you're having right now. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. I gotta stand up to do this now.